This particular PSA is all about spirit and truth. The reason why I wanted to do this quick public service announcement is because I don't want anyone that follows me to think I'm trying to convert them to anything or against what they already believe. I'm not in the business of convincing or converting. And so I'm in the life path of making you think for yourself, something that a lot of people still aren't doing. People are thinking for them. People are believing in things without research, and they just kind of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And that's not what this page is all about. I used to have a saying that I had in my bio. This is where you can keep up with me and follow your own inner guidance. That's what intuitive development and discernment is all about. It's not about leaning on a leader or a person or anyone like that. It's about following your inner discernment. I'm only there to instigate thinking in your mind and the process of spirit and truth. In Christianity, now don't laugh at me, there is a particular Bible scripture that talks about worshiping in spirit and in truth. And a lot of people, they have the spirit part, down. They're experts in spirit, but when it comes to truth, they want to do this because they have been programmed in fear to not ask questions and not research. And that program of fear within the religious mind of a spirit being is a control mechanism. So anything where it's thinking outside the box is demonic, is the devil, and that is the mind of a robot. That is the mind of a zombie. Thinking is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. Research is fundamental. It is very important to have the spirit aspect because you have the scientists, the scientific minded people who they have the research down and they're always doing this scholarly stuff and they have their sources and all this and that, but they don't have any truth. They don't have any inner conviction in their spirit. They don't trust their gut. They only trust the facts, the data, and the statistics. And that's an imbalance too. So the balance in between that when it comes to spirit is trusting your own intuition and inner discernment, not leaning on your own common sense understanding of the animal human brain, but trusting the signs that come to you, trusting the messages of your dreams, trusting the hunches, trusting the wisdom and the serendipity, how spirit presents itself to you. If you get some information and it really doesn't sit right with your spirit or common sense, then that's of the side that balances you out. Now, as far as truth goes, research, ask questions, know the history and the background of what it is that you are following or partaking in or worshiping. As far as research goes, a lot of people, they were born into a religion and they practice it is because their parents practiced it or their family or their culture practiced it. But if you ask anyone in the family, even the oldest person, they won't even know the historical, hey, hello, love. They won't even know the historical reference behind what they're doing. I always say, if you go somewhere and you join an organization, the first thing you do before they induct you is they're going to give you a history, a mission statement, and a purpose of why and when the group was established, who are the founders. But when it comes to religion, a lot of people can't even tell you who the founder of modern day Christianity or all of the other world religions belong to. All they say was it's the Bible, and they go back to Genesis, and that's what their reference is. But nobody talks about the history when Christianity became an official religion. So they don't know about the Constantine, the Council of Nicaea, and things such as that. Even changes made in the Bible by the church with Islam in the Quran. People aren't aware of that. They're just following this because it's like, okay, my parents did it. It feels right. And a lot of things they'll say, I had miracles, or I saw Jesus and this and that. And that's because if you believe in something and you have faith, even without the truth or the conviction, then you are able to manifest that because you are a piece of the Creator having a human experience. So if you believe in Mickey Mouse, if you believe Mickey Mouse is helping you and you strongly believe that, you're going to attract and manifest that experience. I'm not discrediting anyone's beliefs. Another thing is too, I want to say is, Once again, I repeat, I'm not encouraging anyone away from what they believe religiously, and I'm not discouraging them at the same time. I'm not into the business of converting or convincing, sparking common sense to what you already believe. And with my personal relationship with the Creator, it's like I've always had a curiosity: why, how, when, where. But once again, programming fear into the mind of a child or a person by saying do not question certain things, even if they don't make sense, that is a mechanism of man. It is not a mechanism of God or Creator. Creator is not threatened by our small human questions or our hunches or our doubts. So spirit and in truth is very important. Your intuitive development is the spirit side. Truth is your research side, your common sense. Knowing that a lot of the stories that were passed down throughout history, they were allegories, they were fables, and they were meant to mimic the forces of nature to create a moral of a story, not to be taken literally. Even if you look at the context of Ifa, when they speak of Yemoja was running from her husband and she fell and she burst into a river, that is not necessarily meant to be taken literally. That's talking about the creation of a river, of a force in nature. It's not speaking of she literally fell down and turned into water. When it's speaking of Obatala Chaining Olokun, the Orisha of the deep at the bottom of the sea, that's only talking about nature and the force of gravity being established in the earth realm. So once again, spirit and in truth, research your intuitive development, trust your inner guidance. If someone gives you some information and it doesn't sit right or it doesn't make sense, write a list of questions and do your own research. It's not about leaning on your own understanding, but talking to other people, exchanging information and getting as much information as you can before jumping into any belief, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Ifa, Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever it is, doing your research. Another point I want to say too is it is very possible, greetings love, it is very possible to believe in a creator, not be atheist, and use your common sense and question the allegories and mythologies that have been told to you to be taken literally. That doesn't mean you're atheist automatically, or that you don't believe in a creator, or that you're demon possessed, because you ask certain questions and you present certain common sense. So never let anyone guilt you into thinking that if you question or if you research that some way, somehow you're being pulled by the devil or anything like that. If you know you're doing it for the right reasons, then don't let anyone guilt you for taking your hands off your eyes to look and see what it is that you are believing in and having faith in. Belief in spirit, belief in self is extremely important, but so is also research and confirmation.